We are recording. All right.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, obviously we're gonna edit this part out.
We're probably gonna edit the whole thing.
Probably. So you know that prank that I told you I made? What are you doing?
Just adjusting.
Oh, don't. Okay, don't touch. You know that prank I told you about yesterday that I did at work? No, you weren't listening. We had this that one where like I was putting my hand in front of the sensor.
Yeah. It cost your company $3,000.
No, but it was close. So I thought, well, I didn't think anything. I came in this morning thinking that I was going to have a full run of production going. So I walk in, and they're telling me that I broke the machine, and that it hasn't started working since like 6:30 this morning. And that's why there's no runs at this moment. There was like maybe like a half a day worth of runs, and then they're like, yeah, I can't remember what he said, but we had to call the company. They had to figure it out. But he said that he did not want to tell our boss that it was me who did it.
No, because you get fired.
Well, I don't think I'd get fired, but I definitely would,
You lose your Christmas bonus.
probably if we got any.
Yeah.
But yeah, we spent until 1:30 not doing any production. Like I was polishing the productions they already did, but yeah, so I was worried there for a little while.
So did the machine break?
I did break, but it kept showing up in a bunch of errors, right? There was like, I thought I only made like, when the error showed up, it showed that there was probably about 20. I thought maybe about 10 times max, but it showed 20. And I guess after you, like, it's expected to do it maybe 2 or 3, like, you're expected to walk in front of the sensor maybe 2 or 3 times, maybe by accident. The computer will recognize that. Yeah. But after doing it 20 times, it's just like, there's something wrong with your machine. We're shutting you down. Right? So they had to figure that out. And it was a bit worrisome. I thought maybe I'd get, a talking to at the very least.
You should have got fired.
No,
cost the company $3,000. You should own up to your mistake.
We don't know it was going to cost that much.
You should own up to your mistake and be like, "I'm sorry."
If it was going to be a big issue, I would have, said something.
See how my work, if you don't own up to your mistakes, you get fired.
Yeah.
But if you own up to every fuck up, they leave you alone.
Yeah.
If you fuck up anything, as long as you own up to it, they don't even bother you. They write you out and that's it.
Well, this could make up for all the times, like when I first worked there, I probably cost them about 10 grand worth of glass that I had broken through the machines, maybe even more.
That's going to be expected, though, especially with new hires.
Yeah.
There's going to be a learning curve there where, like, he's going to break a lot of shit until he figures out how not to break a lot of shit.
Yeah. That being said, I think there was a moment there where I'm pretty sure I was on the cusp of being fired. It's like this idiot can't learn anything, no matter how many times we fucking teach him or show him how to do it. He keeps doing it the opposite way.
And now you're almost running the show.
Yeah,
like
almost pretty much.
Dude.
Yeah.
Give you what, the second, third highest paid guy on the floor?
I don't know that entirely, but if I were to guess, I'm probably the 4th.
That's not bad.
Right.
You got what, 60, 70 people there?
On the floor?
Yeah.
Well, in the company itself, I think there's a little over 100.
That's not bad.
But I think on the floor in the warehouses, there's probably close to 60, 70 maybe. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a decent sized warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too shabby.
No.
We usually have a barbecue around this time of year, but I don't think it's going to happen.
We don't do that anymore.
No.
We used to, but they don't like us.
No. Yeah.
No.
I feel like they don't like us at our work either.
We have a union, so they hate the union.
Yeah.
So they don't do anything. Nothing. It's because we're unionized.
Yeah.
But the union protects you. It's nice. It gets you a little bit more money.
Yeah.
I drove a fucking forklift into a concrete cylinder at work one day. One of the beams that holds up the friggin' back of the warehouse.
At your work now?
Yeah, drove it right into there. I smashed the plexiglass on the forklift. It's supposed to be there to protect you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was carrying a pallet and I drove right into it and the friggin' pallet broke off and it came right to the plexiglass. It came like 6 inches away from my head.
It broke. How do you break plexiglass? Did it just
No, it
bend
shattered. Like the whole thing shattered. So they have that safety plexiglass.
Yeah.
Like your car window, when it breaks, it kind of shatters.
Yeah,
so
that's what we do at our work here.
So
but I didn't think like plexiglass. I thought it was more like almost like a plastic.
No.
I thought maybe if he was gonna shatter at all, it most likely just bend.
Shatters into those little tiny friggin'
Yeah.
pieces. Huh.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh, I did not know that. Yeah. At our work, after we temper them, they, if one blows up in our machine or the tempering oven or even on site somewhere, they're just like little pebbles. But it can still hurt
That's
you.
what came at. The whole thing shattered, and it was just those little pebbles everywhere.
Yeah.
And then a big chunk of wood sticking through the fucking hole.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, it was a pretty good time.
That's
I wasn't paying attention at all to what I was doing.
Yeah, well, maybe you should start.
Came
We're
across-
40 years old, man. We gotta start paying attention.
No, not when you're in
No.
the union.
No, I guess not.
I got good long-term disability.
Guess we got an email today at our work. I guess a couple people's vehicles got stolen over the past month.
At your work?
Like on the sides of the roads,
Yeah.
we have to park on one side of the warehouse and another side of the warehouse on main roads,
Yeah.
like Queen Street and Mason.
Yeah.
And I guess a couple people's vehicles either got broken into or stolen.
Huh.
Yeah. So I got my fucking license plate stolen about 5, 6 years ago.
We have that fucking rehab center right down from my work.
Yeah. That's a little far though. That's closer to you guys.
It is. It's right down the street from
Yeah,
my
but
work.
I think that's closer to
It's
like,
what, 3 buildings now? They're like
Is it
6-story high.
Is it like isn't there a church there?
Yeah, it's a whole complex. So it's like a church and a rec center, and then there's 2 actual buildings that house people. It's massive now. I think they hold a few hundred people.
I wonder if they like hold some sort of cult in their basement.
It's all men. I know that. It's a men's rehab facility. They'll go jogging in the summertime in big groups.
Yeah.
No.
Huh.
I don't know if it's a cult. I don't think you can call a rehab center a cult. It might be a cult.
I guess you shouldn't.
Oh,
I mean,
it gets you
they're-
clean and sober. Who cares?
Yeah, true.
Some people seem to think friggin' AA is a cult.
Well, isn't that what they'd be doing anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much.
You got to go through this 12-step program. I'm pretty sure one of them is suck my dick.
It's not. I've checked out the 12 steps. I don't think any of them has anything to do with sucking
Let's
dick.
go into my basement over here
Yeah.
and, just-
That's the cult. That's not AA. That's the guy who decided to start a cult. Step 3. Perform fellatio. Step 4. Do not talk about performing fellatio. Step 5. Do not drink. How much do these microphones cost you?
Those ones there cost me maybe $30-40.
Oh, that's
Don't
not
move
so
it.
bad.
You're going to fuck it up. This one here cost me $140.
It's because the microphone's a little bit bigger.
No, you can take this thing off, and it's thicker than those ones, but it's shorter, rounder. Those ones that you have there are more for, I think they're more like boomsticks.
Yeah.
So they're on a boomstick. You raise them up high, and then they kind of bend down so people can talk through them through interviews or movies or whatever, right?
Oh,
TV shows, right? That's why I bought those ones. Otherwise, if I knew I was going to do this shit, I would have bought more of these, right? I still might buy another one of these.
You know, you should get on friggin' Twitch. You got the setup for it. Twitch is where you play. You play video games. They pay you to play video games. They live stream it. Have you ever seen?
Yeah,
Twitch
I've seen
content?
that.
Yeah. It's almost like just your own solo podcast while you're video gaming, and you just commentate on the shit that you're doing while you're video gaming, and people will send you money.
Yeah,
If you're a hot chick,
yeah. Well, I mean, I have a wig.
or if you're
and that
very
white-
funny,
Yeah.
or if
I
you're
can
slightly
be
racist.
Yes.
Slightly racist people seem to get money these days.
Yeah. Slightly. It's like there's like a spectrum there.
There is. Racism is a spectrum, yes. That's very thoughtful of you. Very thoughtful of you.
Yeah.
Racism is a spectrum.
So I wonder if you could go to the, you go to the government. You know how you can make money off of, being on the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Being autistic.
Everybody's
So
on the
if you
spectrum.
can, you might be able to make money from the government. They might pay you for being on the spectrum and being racist.
Racist,
Yeah. Right?
If you're
It's
a
not
slight
your fault. You
racist,
grew up that way.
and we will pay you a little bit of money.
Yeah.
They used to back in the day. They
What,
used to
pay
be
you
called-
money for being racist?
Yeah, it used to be called the police force. Probably gonna get beat up now.
Yeah. Don't show your faces around town, just on this podcast. How's work been with you lately?
Good. We're
Yeah.
straight. Yeah, might be on strike. Might not be on strike. Can't talk about it. Can't talk about my job
it's,
or
you had
whatever.
to sign like an NDA.
No, God, no. It's not that secret. It's just a job. Some of it, no, you do. Yeah, some of it I do have to.
You probably had to sign
I
something when you
did.
got hired.
No, I had. You got to do something every year, and actually, yeah, there is an agreement on there that I have to keep my mouth shut.
If you
No
were to get
pictures taken of anything at work, and then I can't actually. talk about it.
If you were to get fired from that job, and are you allowed to jump on board another company that does the exact same thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
If you
okay.
have the skill set for it, you can just bounce from company
Well,
to
I just
other.
know, like,
It's just aviation. So if you have the skill set, whatever aviation company you're going to.
some of the companies I worked for, in between roofing and the job I have now, the glass job, there was a company I worked for. It was like a concrete, like, what do you call it? Like, it was like creative concrete,
Yeah.
right? So they have, like, epoxy, and they mix things together, and then you pour it on balconies and stuff like that, right? Anyways, it was like my mom got into it for a little while, and then she tried to get me involved in it, right? But like, I didn't care to do it, right? But
Good money in it. If you get
I mean, if you do it right,
you see those guys on the YouTube making those crazy tables
Yeah,
all the time. They sell them for thousands of dollars.
I'm not going to say the company's name, but there is a company here in Abbotsford that my mom went with, and you see trucks all over the place. So my mom did their work. It was a good job. We did a good job, but I think like 3 months later, it started like coming up, like drying up somehow or whatever, and like crusting.
The epoxy?
Yeah, something like that or whatever. So my mom had to go back there and fix it for free.
Oh, really?
And she got paid like $5,000 to do that. And he was all, well, I don't know if she all pocketed it, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure she paid taxes on
Yeah,
it. But
she got a good chunk of that.
Yeah.
money.
right.
I
But
wish
I
you
think
never-
she only did two balconies or something like
Oh,
that,
okay.
and then it wasn't worth it, because being a newbie, you have to constantly come back.
Yeah.
You're basically working for free for probably a year.
Yeah.
But where was I going? Oh yeah. So anyways, with that being said, I worked for a company like that, and you had to sign something saying that if you got laid off, quit, or got fired, you were not allowed to work for a different company for, I think, 2 years.
That's stupid.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
that's
they
not
don't
good.
want you to take what you've learned from their
And
company
go
and
somewhere
bring
else.
it into something else, right?
And
Or develop your own company.
Well, that's the thing. Could you start your own company? What if you start doing it? You fucking run into your own house. Could they stop you from that? They technically
No, I don't.
can't.
No, they can't. I mean,
No.
they probably could, like, if they found you doing it,
No.
they probably could, take you to court. But I don't
No.
think that much is going to happen out of it.
No. So I was doing construction back home, and the guys would do tiling. I worked for a tiling company. The guy who owned the tiling company, that was one of his biggest rules. There was no moonlighting. You weren't allowed to moonlight for him. And moonlight meant you weren't allowed to go out and then work on side jobs.
Yeah.
So they meant back in the day, because you go out and you work by the moonlight. So you do your regular job, you go at night, be moonlight, and then you do side jobs, and you make all that extra coin on yourself.
Yeah.
But he was driving that home, and I was just a laborer, but to all the guys that were actually tiling, yeah, you drove that home. You were not allowed to go out and do any extra work while you're working for this guy in this company.
Yeah.
Whether they did or not, I have no idea. But
I know there's a guy at my work. He doesn't work there anymore, but he actually did a little bit of that. He got caught.
yeah, that's how you making money.
So, I mean, like, I think he just got a slap on the wrist. I think he was sent home for a week or something like that with no pay.
Whatever. I'm gonna do my side jobs. I'll make all my money
Well,
back.
I mean, he couldn't do his sides now because he couldn't come in and take
Well, that's the other
product,
thing.
right?
They're taking money away from the company, right? Because you're doing these side jobs, but it's just you.
Yeah.
Where the company could be picking up these little jobs and then
Yeah.
sending you out there.
Yeah.
I knew a company back home in Nova Scotia. That's how he got to start. He was a huge friggin' concrete company years later, but he got to start working for the city. He worked for the city, and he used all their equipment and gear, and he poured concrete and fucking do the roads. And they sent him on this big job, and while he was doing this big job, he started picking up little jobs, and he started using all the company's equipment that they had sent for him to do their actual job. And then he started underbidding the city on other little jobs, and that's how he got to start. Yeah.
Huh.
And now it's a multi-million-dollar freaking concrete facility they're running. You gotta be smart, play the game, undercut your own fucking employer if you have to get paid.
I'm pretty sure all these people know that. All
Oh,
those
yeah.
employers.
Well, that's why you look at Google and shit. They'll hire engineers to do nothing, like nothing, and they'll pay them like top dollar, $300,000-$500,000 a year to just come in and do nothing because they have nothing for them to do, just so they won't go work for another company. So they'll pay you money just so you don't go work for somebody else. Because they don't know what to do. They got so many fucking computer engineers now, and everybody's doing AI and shit that you got to keep the talent in house. You got to pay for it to just sit
Yeah,
there.
but what's the point in keeping them if they're not going to do anything?
But they're not
unless
gonna work,
something does come
they're
up.
not going to work for somebody else. So they're not going to take what they've learned and apply it to another company.
Yeah.
And then you have more competition.
Oh. Yeah.
Should have got into computer programming.
Yeah. So tell me about your job. What exactly do you do? Is it just
Not much.
shipping and receiving? Stop fucking around with that.
Shipping and
You
receiving?
can hear that.
Okay.
I can hear everything.
You can hear twisting and turning.
Yes.
I got the goggles on or the headphones.
I might get another pair so you can hear it too.
Shipping and receiving and loading and unloading trucks. That is it.
Did
And
you
there's a
clean like
warehouse.
tools and shit?
Oh yeah, well you work in the tool department too. So it's handing out the tools, small repairs, cleaning, putting them away. It's all warehouse stuff. It's all
You ever
support.
get injured doing that?
no. go on.
No, it's just sitting there at a computer. Just
No, it's like
do you ever
half.
sprain like a finger?
Oh, people get pallets dropped on them. Get run over by a forklift occasionally. People have broken
Well, I know you
legs.
did that. Not with this job.
No, another one. You get to deal with metal and sheet metal and all that. Guys are going to the hospital with stitches for dropping sheet metal down their legs and shit. So it's like half sitting at a computer and data entry, and then the other half is actually, managing the warehouse and all that goes with it.
It's funny
Quite boring, but it's decent. It's steady work.
going back to like having shit dropped on you, or I have maybe two stories. Anyways, one of the first years that I was roofing, we were doing a big warehouse. At the start, it just had metal paneling where you have to like screw each one in each. I don't know. It looks like a fucking Kit Kat bar or some shit. Except there's hundreds of them. Anyways, we were putting the sheet, rubber sheet over top of it, and of course it covers up all the holes, like the air conditioning holes. So, and then of course they overlap in some places, right? So it overlapped, right? So it was strong enough back in those days where, I thought, I'm not going to be a roofer the rest of my life. I was daydreaming all the time. And, so I decided to walk across this hole, right? And I literally dipped down in the hole with the rubber. Yeah. The rubber dipped down, like it was pretty stretchable, right? But it was strong enough that it wasn't going to poke a hole unless you cut it. So I dipped down probably a good 2 or 3 feet, right? So as I was going down, I quickly jumped. Like the hole wasn't that big. It was probably maybe 5 by 3 feet, maybe. So it was easy enough for me to, just jump and land on my knees or whatever and get make sure I'm not falling through. But it was literally like a 12-foot drop from the floor below me. That was fucking scary. I almost died.
Daydreaming at work.
Yeah, daydreaming at work, and I almost died.
What would Superman do right now? Right to the hole.
Pretty fucking much. Did you see the new Superman trailer that came out today?
No.
Looks fucking good.
No. Superman's gonna crash and burn. I'm
You-
sorry.
I
I know it's your
projected
boy.
to make $175 million. It's domestically its first weekend.
Worldwide, domestically. I can see
Domestically.
175
Domestically.
worldwide.
So like tickets just went on sale today.
Yeah, I heard.
Right? So by
does it come
tomorrow
out?
we're gonna hear, tickets are selling at like $100 million.
Does it come out on Friday?
Comes out probably on a Thursday.
So it'd be next week then,
No,
or tomorrow.
No.
Today's Wednesday.
It comes out in a month from now.
Oh fuck! So that's not till July.
Yeah, July 11th.
Yeah, you're gonna hear all kinds of shit about the tickets
Yeah.
selling out, but that's how they sell the tickets.
Yeah.
They're gonna give you FOMO.
Okay.
They're gonna tell you that all the tickets are selling
Yeah.
out, so you have to go buy a ticket
Yeah.
because if you don't, you're gonna miss out.
Yeah.
It's a great marketing strategy. It might. I hope it does good. Superman's.
I just
the
like
shit, but
I hope it does good too, but
they did Henry Cavill dirty, and
they did. But when I saw this trailer, they were all the trailers. It very much like it's very comic booky.
it should be because they went too dark last time.
Well,
They turned people off.
It's not that they went dark. I think they just went realistic. Like when you look
It's
at Man of
Superman.
Steel, yeah, I know that, but I mean, like they were trying to put Superman in the reality of where we live now, in our reality. Whereas James Gunn has said this is like hyper reality.
Yeah.
This is not our
Oh.
world. But when you look at that, it's like now you can't relate to it at all because. I mean, you can't relate to a comic book movie
It's
anyways.
probably gonna be a lot like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, exactly.
It's gonna
But
be-
that's the issue that I have a problem with is that like ever since he's done Guardians of the Galaxy, his tone his filmmaking style has not changed.
No.
And it's going to
Successful.
remain the same, and you're going to end up like, for example, I've watched almost all the MCU movies, right? And there's only 5 that I would choose to rewatch again. Out of all 36 or 40 or how many
There's
of them.
that many movies. Huh?
There's like 36 or 40, I can't remember,
Jeez.
right? But there's only 5 that I would rewatch again. Everything else, like, and I wouldn't even say Guardians of the Galaxy, either one of them, is one that I would rewatch again.
No.
Right? I would probably rewatch
The Avengers.
The last 2.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I like the Age of Ultron.
Yeah, I
didn't
did, but
hate it.
like, okay, I liked Civil War,
Yeah, Civil War was good.
Winter Soldier, the last 2 Avengers movies, and rewatchable, I would probably say maybe the first Iron Man. No? Where would you see that? Or like, which ones would you see yourself rewatching?
I haven't watched them all, but I'd definitely go with the Avengers for sure.
The first one?
Age of Ultron, and then what was the next 2 called? Infinity Stones or something?
Infinity War.
Wars.
And Endgame.
Wars. What?
Wars.
Wars.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I can't see myself
No.
really rewatching them.
None of them are that memorable. They're
No,
really not.
that's what I was saying. Yeah, none of them are
Except
really.
for the Avengers. Like that was really good.
But yeah, like, okay, for example, going back to Superman, I mean, like, and he had just announced yesterday that he's developing a Superman-esque sequel, which means he's not doing Superman 2.
Who's Wonder Woman in this one?
Nobody knows.
Oh,
They're
should we see?
developing it right now, but they're not doing anything at this moment other than writing it. But it seems like they're going the same route as what Snyder did. Superman, and then you have a team-up movie,
I want to see
and
what is
then
it?
Justice League.
The Dark Avengers. Is that what they're called?
No.
This one with all the magic people.
Yeah, you're not.
Fucking
Dark
Constantine.
Justice League.
Dark Justice League. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
That's something
if
different.
it's under James Gunn, I believe that will happen, but it probably won't happen
Doctor
for 10
Strange.
years.
Doctor Strange is fucking awesome. The first one was pretty good. His second one wasn't bad. That was okay.
You're talking the MCU?
Yeah, I'm talking the MCU.
I would rewatch the second one, not the first one, because the first one seemed too 90s for me. It just seemed very cliche. I don't know. It bored me. It's the same thing with the first Thor movie. I didn't care for that one either.
No, that was okay.
And I didn't like the second one. The third one was really good,
third
and then
one was
they
great.
went really. Then they went too much for the comedy and
The Ragnarok one was great.
yeah,
With
and
the
then
Hulk?
Love and Thunder was
I
terrible.
haven't even seen Love and Thunder. Haven't even seen it.
But yeah, since you brought up Superman, now we're
On the Superman.
you dove deep. We dove deep in that.
Well, you wanted something to talk about for 2 hours for your first podcast. I know.
Stop touching the microphone. You can hear everything. I can't edit that shit out.
Really?
I don't know how yet.
So you think it's going to be a success?
Well,
I think it'll be a meh.
it'll be entertaining, but I don't think when I look at movies like Man of Steel versus this one, when I've rewatched Man of Steel, I could rewatch it and kind of like get something new out of it, I guess, every time. With all 3 of those movies, like BVS and Justice League, you can, because there's always something different that you'd notice, right? With these, like James Gunn's movies, you don't really see that. There's too much going on, and it's all for entertainment purposes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. And then when he says that he's not making a Superman 2, but he's making a Superman will be most likely in the movie, but he's probably doing a team up.
Yeah.
Like all I really
Justice
want is Superman
Batman.
1, 2, and 3.
Is
That's
Batman
all.
going to be in this?
I don't know. Like he's not giving anything away.
What happened to the next Batman with freaking
I guess it's happening.
Twilight guy in it?
Yeah, I agree. I think it was good. It's another movie too where you actually have to. You could rewatch it and get something new out of it.
You actually You actually could rewatch that one. I hope they're leaning a little bit more into the gadgets next time because gadgets.
I'm pretty sure they
They
will.
were lacking a little bit, but they were telling that origin story again, sort of. I guess
They weren't
First
really
one, I
telling
don't
the
know,
origin
yeah.
story, but
But they were. He was
in a
all right.
way. You ever take a shit in a tar bucket?
No, I've never taken a shit in a tar bucket. Not one of the things I've done, or thought about doing, or wanted to do, or want to have the experience of shitting in a tar bucket. Would you just mix it into the tire and cover it up? 'Cause
No.
no one would ever know.
I just remember, when I was roofing, we'd have half a dozen or a dozen of these tar buckets, right? So we had to, it's been such a long time since I've roofed. I don't even know what you need a tar bucket for anymore. But anyways, we had tar buckets, empty tar buckets or whatever, right? Oh, we'd use them for fucking like torching roofs together. Like
You were a roofer. I got something to ask you. Every time I was fucking growing up and I was looking for jobs, roofing jobs were all over the place. Yeah. But it always said you need a minimum of 6 months experience. Where the hell did you go?
Work?
Yeah. Where did you go get roofing experience?
When you're 16?
No, just like every company. It's like, how were you supposed to get the experience if nobody was willing to hire you?
Well, then they weren't looking to hire anybody.
There's no place to go to school for roofing. It's not a trade, is it?
Is
it? Is it
I went to school for it.
Oh, it was like a red seal trade? There you go. I had no idea.
Sort of. I don't think they call it a red seal trade, do they? I don't know.
Who do you look at there?
The camera.
You said, do they? You're looking for confirmation.
Like the listeners. I believe that, like, if it's not red seal, it's got to be something along those lines.
Blue seal, maybe? Maybe a purple seal?
I don't know if they go by colors.
They don't. Those don't exist. I just
or like
made them up.
a fucking dolphin seal.
More
I have a
regular.
dolphin seal in roofing.
You never get hired.
You never get hired. Well, somebody cheap might hire you. But yeah, I did that for years, and I didn't go to school for years. I went to school 1 year, and I passed just barely. I passed on everything except for the math part. I just barely got the math. I'm terrible at it, right? So I got like 71%, just above passing.
Yeah, 70% was passing.
Yeah. Everybody else got like high 80s, early 90s or whatever, right? And I think my boss at the time just looked at that and said, you basically just failed. You passed, but you failed.
Yeah.
Right? So I think after that, it wasn't too much longer. It was like 2 or 3 months later. I just gave my 2 weeks notice. I was like, yeah, you're not really treating me like one of the team here.
Yeah.
So, I didn't really want to go to school for it anyway.
No.
I just did it because I thought it was something I had to do.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah, roofing's probably not a lucrative career unless you run your own business. I imagine if you run your own business, you probably
if you run like a business, like a big, like a business that you're basically traveling all over the Fraser Valley, and whether it's rain or shine, you have something to do. Then it's lucrative. But anytime it rained, snowed, or it was windy, we stayed home. Yeah. Right? So it wasn't. And of course, there was a limited of people. I think at our highest point when I worked there, we had 8 people. Right? So in the wintertime, you only needed 4 or 5 people. Yeah. Right? So we're loading up warehouses and stuff like that. Right? So, I got left behind, there were at Christmas parties, there was always like, we leave no man behind and shit like that, like the freaking movies. I got left behind.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. Yeah. We do the same thing at our company every now and then. They'll come down and talk to us and get the peasants all riled up and on the team, and then, nothing. Bunch of dicks. Fire us, let us go on strike, and properly negotiate a contract. Yeah.
I was bringing up the shit and the tars because we pull pranks sometimes, all sorts of different pranks, right? And I think it probably was one of the first years I started working there. Anyways, we'd have empty tar buckets all over the roof, and instead of going down the ladder to go take a shit in one of the cans, there's an empty bucket right there. So we'd put 2 or 3 fucking styrofoam pieces or whatever alongside each other and just create a little bathroom. Just take a shit in there and do your thing, right? And then, of course, you'd have some people or whatever bang the lid back down like it's a full, and then I don't know, maybe pour some water in it, right? Yeah. And then put it with the rest of them that are full. Yeah. Right. And then you tell somebody to
send some newbie over to crack it up.
Pretty much, right? And then they get a hole full of shit. Tar full of shit. It's fun times.
It is. It's great time.
I remember another time. I don't know if I told you this story, but it's a story that I often told a lot of people. Is we were having issues with, I think, the drywall people at a church that we were doing. Yeah. Did I tell you this story?
No.
And we were having issues with them, and So I decided the next morning. I can't remember what the issue was. I think we were waiting for them to finish so we could do the roof, or they're waiting for us to do the roof so they could do the drywall. I think it's that way, right? So the next morning, or no, the night before they gated the area up or whatever for the night, I took a shit in the can, and I took a stick, poured up my shit, put it on the toilet paper dispenser on top of the toilet paper. Right, so when somebody pulled it down, they get shit in their hands, right? So I did that.
The church people weren't happy.
No, well, the church, it was barely a church then, right? It was. They were building this church. It was just construction workers everywhere, right?
Defile the house of God.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So, yeah, I show up the next morning, and there's a fucking meeting about like respecting the workplace. And then, of course, like, you know, they told my boss it was me. And it's like, I got, you know, a box of pizza and some beer at the end of the day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
They thought it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was fucking funny.
Good job.
Yeah.
Here you go.
It was freaking awesome. But, yeah, I won't tell you where I did that, which company I did it for. You know?
It's a church somewhere in the Fraser Valley.
Yeah. With a tin roof. That, I guess, brings it down.
Yeah, it would narrow it a bit, actually.
But I don't know. Doesn't most churches nowadays have like those metal cladding roofs?
I don't know. Metal cladding?
Metal cladding.
Specifically metal cladding?
Oops.
Some internet sleuth's going to figure that out in no time.
I won't tell you what color it is.
Can we take a break? I'm going to have smoke.
Yeah, we can take a break.
And I got to get my other pockets.
Can you hear me? No, you can't.
I can't hear anything.
No.
I mean, I can hear you in my ears.
Yeah, okay. So I have this set for... Alright, so after... Nope. Fuck. Amateur fucking move. Alright. Editing that out. Amateur move. Alright. So... Drinking another one.
Another what?
It's the... Can't tell you.
Ah, it's one of those ones.
Yeah.
This is not an orange ush at all.
No, it's not an ush.
No, it's not an ush.
Oh, yeah.
So it kind of looks like a casting coach set up down here.
Yeah.
It really does.
Well, I didn't
And
want
this
to...
is the casting coach.
I didn't want to set it up to look like an actual podcast, because then I'm gonna like... It's gotta be comfortable,
Yeah.
right? It's gotta be comfortable for your guests. It's got to be comfortable for me outside of doing the podcast,
Yeah.
for my daughter and everything like that, right? So, yeah. So
You should get her doing an episode with you.
yeah,
And then the
If
other
you-
on here to
if
do
you
an
would-
episode with you. That'd be cool.
what's that?
You could have yours and then Ron the ex.
I had thought about it, and given our disagreements,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea. If you know anything about, I don't know how to say this, because like if this goes on,
Yeah, and they'll see it.
yeah, like okay, well I'll just say this: they are, what do you call, politically correct people,
Yes, that's probably a proper term. I guess I would use it to
Right.
describe them. They're not on the racism spectrum.
No.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. No, I just think that it would, if putting them on would end up being a podcast where it's all black and white.
Yeah.
Right? And this is not that.
No, they keep it very strictly.
Right. Like
They'd watch every
you're
word
either
they say.
right or you're wrong. There's no middle ground with.
Yeah.
With-
And they would choose their words very carefully.
Yeah. And it doesn't make it for a good time, really, right? If you have to be right all
Which
the
is
time.
weird because one of them is very liberal and the other one seems to be very conservative.
Yeah. Which
And
is
they're-
which?
Well,
Which one?
liberal,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and the would be conservative,
Yeah.
which seems to be the way it goes in general these days. Women
Yeah.
are fucking more liberal.
Well, we don't
men are
have to
more
talk
so-
about them anymore.
Fine. That'll be a good conversation for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can have your son on.
Yeah. I thought about
And
that.
he's just a teenager, so
Yeah.
Whatever. He probably doesn't know what
I mean,
politics is yet.
kids that age, they think they know everything,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So
why
why
you
don't you
gotta
put
have
them on?
Yeah.
And you
Tell
know
us your
everything. Let's
ways,
hear it.
young one. Teach us where we all went wrong.
Yeah. I did think about doing one with Kira.
Yeah, that'd be
I mean,
hilarious.
it would be cool if you and I went on, and then Kira and Steffi
Yeah.
were just sitting there talking and everything.
Because Stephanie would totally talk shit. She'd tell me where I'm wrong all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
Those two could fight.
Yeah. We could just set up a little boxing match here,
Little
wrestling
fucking
match.
man.
Yeah.
Little MMA
They're not
man.
going to get hurt. Look at this fluffy,
I know.
you know.
That's what I'm
Perfect.
saying. To move away from that, this looks like casting couch. Like you have the shake rug.
Was there? There's no shag rug. In
I don't know. Like
casting
it's
couch.
2025 edition. Like they've obviously gotten better.
Yeah.
They care more about the people they bring on. Softer rugs.
Yeah. I wonder if they only bring on woke people in casting couch.
I don't know. I haven't watched it since I've been 19.
Oh, it's been it has not been around that
Oh,
long.
that's an old one, man. Old one. That was like staying up late at night and watching the softcore French pornos that would come on the French channel, and you get like the side titty and the actual titty, but it was like an actual.
That wasn't
movie.
casting couch.
No, I can't remember what that was called. Thank God for the French.
Yeah. What is the worst injury you've ever had working at a place? Was it that one where you got run over by a forklift?
Yeah, I got my foot run over by a forklift. It didn't really injure me. It almost broke my foot, but steel toes actually help protect my fucking toes.
Yeah.
First time I ever put them to the test, I was like, God damn, those things work.
Unintentionally.
Yeah, that was probably the closest I ever came to an injury.
I probably told you this too, since we've been friends for 17 years damn near. I think it was the last 2 or 3 weeks of the summer before. I think it was like grade 11 or grade 12, and I was working with sheet metal, and we had this long green brake, right? And on one end was I'm not gonna like name names or whatever, right? He's not around anymore. He passed, but he was on the other side, right? He's like a veteran, right? Like he's been doing this for many years. Super nice guy, but so and then I was on the other side, of course, miscommunication, and the metal, the sheet metal would always slide inside the brake.
Yeah.
So you have to take your thumbs and reach in there, press down on the sheet metal, and pull it out. And once I was doing that, buddy on the other side was like, "You're good, you're good, you're good." I was in my mind, I'm thinking, "No, I'm not good." I probably said yeah, but I'm pretty sure I said no.
Yeah.
But it was all confusing.
Yeah.
And so he clamps down on the brake and lifts it up. So my thumb, this thumb, was in the brake. It was clamped down like a freaking pancake.
Yeah.
Not only that was going up.
Oh, that probably hurt
Right?
like hell.
So it was like fucking like, I don't know, like Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Where the fucking thumb or whatever is 3 times bigger and it's all red. It wasn't painful. It just felt cold, and I felt the crack, but it wasn't painful until like 10 or 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
But he's like, I think it was my uncle, and he's like, should we go to the hospital? I was like, yeah, maybe. Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
So go to the hospital. They do an X-ray on it. It's split down the middle, cracked all the way down the middle, and then on the side here and the side here.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what do you expect us to do about it? It's like, well, like we can't cast it.
It's a thumb.
Yeah, right. I was like, okay, that's fine, but
What do you do?
you don't do anything. You just let it heal.
Do they
He's
say
like-
it'll heal on their own?
Yeah. Well, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just gave me, like, they prescribed me pain meds, but I didn't take them because when I was that young, I never took pills ever, for anything.
Huh.
Right?
Yeah, you take pills all the
Now I
time.
take pills all the time.
For everything.
I
have a slight inconvenience. Can I have some pills, please?
Yeah, I think that was the summer too. I got drunk with some friends and I got pissed off because I liked a girl. And did I tell you that one?
I don't know. She didn't like you back.
Well, it's like I asked her out a couple years prior, and we were all hanging out. And for some reason, it was very possible that she had been talking to some other guy there at this party, right? And I got pissed off. But I was also that timid kid that wouldn't say anything anyways. So it was my damn fault.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I punched a, those big ass electrical boxes by train tracks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I punched the shit out of that. It fucking hurt. I was like, I'm just gonna go home and go to bed. I was
Right.
drunk out of my mind.
Broke your
I
hand?
woke up, all my knuckles were like dislocated.
Yeah, really?
Right? My hand was 2 times the size. I think it was the summer that I pinched my thumb,
Yeah.
and I couldn't use it for like 3 months or 2 months.
How'd you jerk off?
Yeah. My friend over
Yeah,
here.
you evened out
Yeah.
those forearms.
I tried. I
was gonna
tried.
say. Well, your hand's already fucked up. You're like, I might as well just keep going.
Yeah, I think those are the 2 major injuries that I had, but one was obviously due to work.
Yeah.
The thumb one was, right?
And mine was pent up aggression and
Yeah, pent up aggression and
childhood
drunk
trauma.
and doing stupid
Yeah,
shit.
on an electrical box.
Yeah. I think it was maybe the summer later where we were working on a high rise in Vancouver, and we were working with tar, like boiling hot tar in these big kettles. And I was too young or whatever. My dad or my uncle was like, don't let them handle the tar or whatever, right? Too dangerous. But they let me handle it anyways. I had to carry these big ass buckets up ladders and stuff and be careful not to shake them around, right? I guess one of the buckets fell into the tar kettle, right? And they had to pull it out. They told me to put on a glove. So I put on the glove, and they had these arm guard things, but I didn't get one. The other guys did, right? They just wrap around your half your body or whatever, right? They're like, grab the handle and pull it up, but don't yank it. Pull it up very slowly. So I did that, right? But even as doing it very slowly, I still got sprinkled hot tar on my forearm. So I let it go, and it splashed, and it got another guy, but his whole fucking arm. So his whole arm was black, like a big thing right here, and then sprinkled all over his forearm, right? So he had to keep it on his. I think he had to keep it on for a couple of weeks for it to settle. Mine, after a couple of hours, you could just peel it off with tweezers, right? And if you look carefully, you could probably have scars here or there. But he, after 2 months, had to get it peeled off, right? So he had this big scar right there. But I remember, like, as we were going down to get cleaned up, he was like crying, and we were going down the ladder, and I was just like, at least I'm not fucking crying over it. I almost got my ass kicked for it. Like, fuck you or whatever. And then I guess like 2 years later, I think he came back to roof with us for a little bit, and his whole arm was just tattooed everywhere.
Yeah, all
right?
tattooed over.
Yeah, because that it looked pretty gross.
Yeah, it's probably left some third-degree burns.
Yeah.
Good way to cover that up.
Yeah.
Good tattoo.
Yeah. So
Tell me you should start doing streaming if you're in the gaming at all.
I'm not gonna do gaming. I want to do short videos. I want to do the chum scrubber video.
Yeah. You ever got that character go? That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You actually ever got that him go to movie or something? There's own little friggin'
little YouTube
episodes.
series.
Yeah, episodes like fucking 8-minute long episode or something once a week.
Yeah.
Chum Scrubber and his adventures.
I'd have to have quite a bit of. I'd have to round up quite a bit of people that'd be interested in being a part of something like that, right? Because it's like, it's an easy concept. I just need people that are okay with being inappropriate.
Yeah, you do.
Right?
Yeah, on camera.
Yeah, exactly, right? Or it's going to be a TV show where everybody's face is blurred except mine.
Just blurry dots everywhere, and you fucking running in between them.
Yeah. And then everybody's voice is altered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI, man.
Yeah.
You could do your own AI version of them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You could put them out there for sure.
I don't want to do that.
AI's so good now they wouldn't even know.
They will know eventually. I don't know. I think you can still catch the eye. Like, between AI and somebody that actually films something, I think you could tell. Because with AI, it's so clean.
It's getting there. It's going to be almost perfect.
Right?
Another 5 10
It's
years.
so clean, but when you look at it, like, there's no texture or depth between the background and the people.
Yeah.
That's how you can tell, right? So,
It's still too shiny.
yeah.
It looks way too new.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just wrap this podcast up.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for everybody for listening.
Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Till next time.
Till next time.